Welcome everybody to the South Bay Surf Awards, the night when we celebrate some of the best waves captured on film ridden in the South Bay, from this very pile of rocks all the way down to indicators in PV. It's been an interesting year, but we rolled with the punches, we stayed with our eyes on the prize, and here we are, we're back. Let's get into it. Roll the tapes.
So how this whole virtual thing came about was we'd cut 2019 short, and we're like, okay, we'll all be out of this pandemic. We'll be over by the time we get there in November, December. So all of a sudden, we're not.
We were originally just going to wait it out, but it became clear it wasn't going to happen. So we had to come up with an alternative.
Okay, what do? We have the greatest group of kids. We have this awesome community. We have these sponsors, but we can't have contests on the beach. What are we going to do? We're going to do something, and we could totally crash and burn, or it could be really cool. And we were going to roll the dice no matter what. So
there's some type of a contest that took place with video clip entries that Matt had mentioned, and he said, why don't we do that? Why don't we create our own virtual surf series, have people submit their own entries, judges will look at it, and then we'll call the winners at that point.
I put a business plan together, I presented it to the Boardriders Club, and some of the key people in there like, hey, this is doable, let's do this. And so that's how we came up with this. We reached out to Spider, said, hey, would you be willing to jump on this adventure with us? We have no idea what's gonna happen. We don't know how many kids we're gonna get. And they're like, yeah, we got you. So as soon as we did that, ET said, hey, we want one. And as soon as ET jumped on board, Dive and Surf said they wanted one. And then as soon as I mentioned it to Jack's guys, they're like, we're in.
Thank God for our sponsors. I mean, all the surf shops, Subaru, Kaneka, and BCO, and Easy Reader, and you guys, Black Line logo. It's, this stuff wouldn't happen with that.
So that was kind of how the whole thing, once we knew we had the support, we knew we were in.
When those months when there were some swells, consistent swells, is that we didn't get the video submissions till like the last day because there's so many good days. Everyone said, well, maybe I'll get a better wave tomorrow, that I can submit. So
the judging the online events is so much easier than judging real life. One, we never have two competitors up at the same time. That has never happened in the history of our judging virtually. Anything that's close, we can watch the sixth wave against the second wave over and over and over again. And if there's any question, we'll go watch the waves over and over and we'll debate it back and forth.
You might have two guys surf in different ways at the same time, you know, it's hard for them there too. At least this way they can replay it and then pick out little nuances that kind of help them make a decision.
And I feel really good that we get it right. And it could come back to bite us in the butt because, hey, it's right there. Everyone sees it. It's not like, oh, I missed that wave. It's right there.
We didn't have a normal year with a lot of our contests. It's been interesting for me, just the other type of things that came our way or that we got involved with, that we're not surf contest related, but we're more community related. So we had such a great response from people for our Surfer Down, with people sending in donations so we could provide some funds to people that lost jobs, as well as people that got hurt. We collected probably 150 wetsuits for Color the Water. I think we raised $13,000 for Boys and Men. It's a program for junior high age boys that don't have a dad. We did our 100 wave challenge where we had a group of people that caught 100 waves in one session, raising money. We just got approached by Inner City Surf Club. There's just been all sorts of community type of stuff where the club is able to make a difference. You know, it's so rewarding to hear the parents say, thank you for providing a venue for my kid to compete. And there's been so many parents with their son, their daughters, met other kids their age that they get to surf with.
I love watching the kids go through our system and actually get like real sponsors and get things that are gonna make or affect their life in a positive manner. I was looking at QS 100 at Pismo right before the pandemic started, and we had 4 kids that came through our SurfCon or our series that were now competing on a professional level. And that, to me, makes it all worthwhile. I would love to have all the best surfers in the South Bay doing the virtual events. There's a lot of talent. There's a lot of pro surfers came out of this town.
Yeah, we'll start live events again, and probably start them in November. And it'll depend on how many shops and other businesses that want to be sponsors. We're hoping to have at least 7, like we've been doing lately.
I know it's so much more work, but it'll be worth it. It'll be really worth it to see all the kids back at the beach and be together again and kind of get our own little South Bay family back together.
And we've even talked about doing, how about a virtual big wave contest too, or a big wave contest outside of the South Bay for those that travel.
I think it'd be kind of a cool idea. It's like, oh, you guys went to Bali and you went to Hawaii and you guys went to mainland Mexico, and send us what you got. And I believe it was your idea.
Was it?
Yeah, and I'll give you full credit for it. Like I'm not gonna take credit for this. I take 100% responsibility.
There you go.
Even though it was your idea, if it tanks, it's my fault.